On today's Arizona Daily Mix, it is one of the best times of the year to dine out for less. We're talking about Spring Arizona Restaurant Week.
And just in time for Memorial Day grilling, we'll get a bite of the popular Juicy Lucy burgers with a surprise inside. Now they're available here in Arizona.
Plus, we'll talk with a local 12-year-old author whose adventure novel is getting a lot of buzz. We've got that and much more, and it all starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the Arizona Daily Mix. I am Bradley Perry.
And I'm Teresa Strasser. Thank you so much for joining us here on CW7 Arizona.
Yes.
We have a good show. We've got a lot of food.
A lot of food.
Those burgers we just showed, you would not believe what's going on inside of those. Plus, we got a big Applebee's story that everyone's going to want to know about. And we celebrate the polarities here on the show. So we got food, and then we've got weight loss. You know what I mean?
That's what we do it.
Right.
That's what we bring all in. So
feed you. And then, because summer is officially beginning in June. But let's face it, here in Arizona, it's already bathing suit season. It's happening. And for some, that means thinking about new ways to shed a few pounds. National weight loss expert Dr. Corey Applin of Optimal Body joins us with a simple but powerful message. If you've been trying to lose weight after 40 and it's just not working, it's probably not your fault. He says the real problem is something called metabolic friction, and once you fix it, the weight finally comes off. Let's start by hearing an amazing transformation by one of their clients.
Hi, my name's Chris. I've lost 40 pounds on Dr. Applin's weight loss program in about 2 months. Optimal Body is all natural. There's no medication, there's no fancy gimmick. I saw a commercial and decided I was going to call and make that appointment myself. It's allowed me to have much more freedom. My clothes fit better. I feel better.
Well, that was an amazing success story. What is the secret?
So the most important thing to know is metabolism slows as we age. So people get to their 40s or 50s, weight starts to go up, and it feels really tough to get back off again. So I focus on resetting that metabolism so they can start to lose weight again without having to work so hard at it.
I'm relating to this just a little too hard in my 50s, but all I hear is just eat less and move more.
That actually works really great when you're younger and have a fast metabolism. As we get older, things like hormones, inflammation, and our stress levels, they play a much bigger role because when they're off, the body can get stuck in fat storage mode, especially the belly fat. And when that happens, even dieting and exercise, they don't work very well. So that's the metabolic friction. It's like trying to drive with the brakes on. You can't get very far, but you lift the brakes, everything can start to move again.
Well, let's take a look at another one of your clients who got things moving again.
Hi, my name is Gloria. I've lost 40 pounds within 3 months using the Dr. Applin's weight loss program. Using Dr. Applin's weight loss program virtually was easy. I really could tell a difference. I don't hurt anymore. I sleep good. I have energy. I can walk and I can enjoy myself now.
Doc, how does somebody know if they have metabolic friction?
Oh, that's a really great question. So there's 3 warning signs. They can gain weight even if they're not eating more. The things that used to work for them stop working. And even when they do lose weight, it rebounds and it comes back again. This is why people get so frustrated because they feel like they've tried a lot of things already. They feel like they're doing a lot of things right. The weight's still not coming off, but this is why.
Well, let's check out another amazing transformation.
Hi, I'm Rich Root, and I've lost 87 pounds in 4 months on Optimal Body's program. My blood pressure is the lowest it's ever been since I've been recording it. I feel like I'm 30 again. I was skeptical when I started this, and I wish I would have done this sooner.
Well, it looks like you've worked with all kinds of people, but what would you say to somebody who's skeptical? They've tried everything and the weight is just not coming off.
It totally makes sense, and all of our clients start off that way. We've helped over 10,000 men and women reach their goals, They're used to things being hard and still not getting the results they want. But when we reset metabolism, it's like stepping on the gas. They lose more weight in less time, the belly fat goes away, they start to fit in their clothes again, their energy returns, they regain their confidence, and they're able to keep it off without any of the fad dieting, without some crazy exercise routine, and without having to become reliant on weight loss medication.
Well, doctor, I hear you have a special offer just for our viewers this morning.
I always want to help those who are motivated. So what we're doing for the next 25 to schedule, they can give us a call or they can visit us online. They're going to qualify for a free virtual assessment. Now, as an added bonus, I'm even going to gift them a free training that I developed on how to lose the first few pounds in just about a week, and it doesn't require any dieting or exercise.
Well, doctor, that sounds like a great offer. You can call the number you see right there on your screen to take advantage of it, or visit the website myoptimalbody.com. That's myoptimalbody.com. Thanks again, doctor.
Oh, thanks again.
Optimal Body.
We'll meet one of the players who will be playing in the World Cup this summer. Well, that's later in the show.
But first, we'll see where to dine out for less for Arizona Restaurant Week when the mix returns.
The Spring Arizona Restaurant Week is going to be a spicy week as over 250 restaurants across the valley participate, serving up sizzling Southwestern flavors. And here to give us a sneak peek of what Kakara is serving is Chef Dominique. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
And did I say the name right? Kakara.
Kakara, yes.
Kakara. Kakara. It doesn't matter because the food's delicious
The food
and
is
amazing.
delicious,
And you're
yes.
already cooking here. This is really
Yes.
good. And what I love about this restaurant week, it's an opportunity for people to visit these restaurants and get a taste of a special menu that you guys put together, kind of like showcasing what you can do at the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. So Restaurant Week's a really great opportunity for people to come through and try a bunch of restaurants, our restaurant, but also other restaurants in the valley for a little discounted price. We know nowadays sometimes you don't want to try new things. Today, like this week, is the opportunity to do so and be able to taste all the different flavors downtown.
I like it. All right, what do we got going on here? What are we mixing up here a little bit?
So right now we are working on our short rib dish for our restaurant. So it is one of the items that we are showcasing on our restaurant week. We do have a carrot puree here. We do a little bit of smoked paprika in here, and it does have dairy in it to get you that creaminess with that butter. So we put this as a base on the bottom here. It's going to kind of hold everything together that we're doing. And then over here we have some sauteed shishito peppers and some chayote squash.
Oh my goodness.
So it's some things that you don't normally see in our downtown area. Shishitos are a little bit, 1 in 10 is spicy, they say. But
1 in 10.
1 in 10, but that's if you're a very, very light spice level.
Right.
And our shishito is blistered, so you get that nice color on there. Chayote squash is a mixture. It actually eats like a pear texture, but it tastes more like a squash.
I would just do that dish like right now. That looks so delicious,
just
right?
wait.
Oh my goodness,
we got
that looks
the
great.
main part coming
Okay.
your way. So this is our short ribs, our beef braised short ribs. We actually braise these for about 4.5 hours.
Wow.
Yes, we have some nice ancho chilies in there, some nice mirepoix in there, and it's just fork tender. You don't even need a knife for this dish.
Oh my gosh, it looks so delicious.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great, again, about this week is going in and tasting the different restaurants. Reservations are very much highly recommended.
Yes.
Even when it's not restaurant week for this restaurant, because it's so delicious to go down and enjoy. Remind people where you guys are at, because some people don't understand, like, you are like in a great location.
Yeah, so we actually are attached to the Sheridan downtown, so we are on 3rd and Van Buren. We do have a patio that comes right around the corner on 3rd and Van Buren. We have some greenery in there where you're downtown, but you still feel feels secluded that you're not just there on the sidewalk, which is amazing.
A hidden gem. Okay, what do we have down here? What do we have?
Awesome. So these are some of our other options that we have. So for starters, you have a choice of our curried corn bisque. This actually came back as an award winner for one of the food festivals we went to this year.
I love it.
Yeah, which was amazing. And then we have our signature Cara Caesar. It has queso fresco, some mole croutons, and some cured tomatoes on top. So it's kind of like your normal Caesar flavors, but a little bit of a Southwestern twist on that as well.
And then
we have this one. This is one of my favorite dishes. This is actually our Bronzino dish.
What is that?
So this is our caper beurre blanc. So it is a wine butter sauce that we make in-house daily for this. You have a skin on Bronzino. We have what we call a blue mush cake. It is kind of going on the Navajo theme. They usually eat it as a porridge. We're doing it as a hard set cake. And then we have some beautiful caramelized endive and a very fresh salad on top.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You can't leave out dessert here.
Oh, the dessert is the best part.
I don't want to pour this on.
Yes, you want to do it? Please,
So
please.
what do I do?
So you're going to pour, and you're going to pour right around the cake.
Okay.
So this is our Mojito Tres Leches cake.
So just around the cake,
yes,
not even
so
on it.
we're gonna do a nice pool on the bottom. So it is a lime sponge. You do have a nice whipped cream on the top of there to make it nice and light for the summer. And this is a Mojito Tres Leches.
Ooh.
So as you're eating it, you get a bite of the Tres Leches in every single bite. It's not too heavy as a traditional Tres Leches, so it's nice and light for the summertime for Arizona.
I love it. And this is going on starting May 15th, going for the whole week. You got to go check it out. Very delicious. But also we have to realize, one, it's a way for people to, of course, check out the restaurants, but two, it's also a charity, and that's a big thing about it, that it goes to charity of these dishes and stuff, which are really wonderful to do. So Arizona Restaurant Week, the spring one, there's two actually, the spring one is available coming up May 15th. Go to the website right there on the screen, or you can head over to the cw7az.com. This looks great.
Thank you so much.
Nice job. Wow.
Coming up, do you remember what you were doing at 12 years old? Well, our next guest was writing a book. Okay, she was actually 11. We'll meet her. That's coming up next.
We're so glad that you're watching CW7 Arizona today. Be sure to check us out online as well. See the trending stories that you need to know, program information, and so much more. It's all good over on CW7AZ.com.
Well, at just 12 years old, Chandler's Melissa Costa is already a published author and fresh off being featured at the Arizona Author Book Festival. Her debut adventure novel, Escape Gravestone Caverns, is earning praise, with readers saying she is writing way beyond her years. Welcome.
Hi.
So great to meet you. How did you get the idea for the story of this book?
So actually, I went on a field trip in 4th grade with my class. We went to a cavern in Tucson, and I thought that the cavern was such a perfect setting for this adventure, mystery, kind of spooky novel. That's why I kind of wanted to base it off of that.
And are the characters in your book about your age?
Yes, they are my age. So I was in the beginning of 7th grade when I published it. So I was mainly in 6th grade when I was writing it. So I made them all 6th graders, and I think I can really kind of resonate with them and their emotions and everything. So I kind of tried to make them related to me.
How have your peers responded to the book?
Oh my gosh, they were so ecstatic to hear that I, as 12 years old, 11 years old, wrote a book and published a book. A lot of them already bought my book to read. They got me to sign them. They were super happy for me.
When you were writing, did you ever run into writer's block?
Oh, so many times. Whenever I ran into writer's block, I would always go to my dad and we'd kind of talk about where I am in the story right now, and then that would kind of help me unblock my writer's block so I can keep writing, because it's almost like this invisible wall is kind of between me and all of my creative thoughts when I'm trying to write, because I don't know, sometimes you have to stay grounded when you're writing a little bit and not go off too much from the story, definitely. But yeah, definitely writer's block was a big issue that I used to deal with. Yeah.
Your dad's been very supportive.
Yes.
So as you just mentioned, he was somebody you could bounce ideas off when you were stuck, and he also helped you publish the book.
Yes, yeah, he did. Yeah, he's been so supportive of me this entire process. He's helped me publish things. He's helped me, he helped me build my website. He helped me unblock my ideas to write my book. So yeah, I'm definitely very grateful.
This is an incredible accomplishment. I mean, it's one thing at 11 or 12 to write a short story, but to write an entire book, it takes so much focus and is so challenging. What would you say to other middle school kids who want to start a big project?
I would tell them that even if don't let anyone tell you that you're too young to start your building your dream. Don't wait until you're older, because the outcome will be so worth it in the end. And just keep going, even if you fall, get back up, because I know how hard it is, especially at my age when everyone's like, oh no, you're way too young to write a book. Just keep going. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Do you remember the feeling when you first held your own book in your hand?
Yes, it was surreal. Like, I couldn't even believe it was mine. Like, I was like, oh, this is my book? Like, I didn't even realize that until I finally kind of sat down and thought about it. It was just such an amazing feeling for me.
I'm sure people tell you this all the time, but talking to you, it's easy to forget that you're 12 years old, because you're very mature and just like sophisticated intellectually and emotionally. So I have to remind myself, this is a 7th grader, okay? And listen, she is missing her Spanish final right now. So I need to talk to your Spanish teacher, Mrs. D. She's really sorry she had to miss the Spanish final. She already speaks Portuguese. Yeah. Right? Because your family's from Brazil.
Yep, exactly.
Well, can you say something to your Spanish teacher in Portuguese?
I doubt she'd understand it, because they're pretty different. But yeah.
I was just going to try to get you to speak some Portuguese, because your dad likes it when you mess up.
Yeah, he thinks it's funny.
How about this?
Okay.
You can say thank you to him in his mother tongue, in Portuguese, for all he's done.
Oh yes, obrigada.
Very good. Your book is available not only on Amazon, but on your website. It is such a fun read, not just for teenagers, but for young adults, readers of any age. So you can go on Amazon and buy Escape Gravestone Caverns. It's got a local angle, not just because Melissa Costa wrote it, but because it was inspired by the caves in Tucson.
Yeah, the cavern in Tucson. Yeah, right here in Arizona. Yep.
What's next? Another book?
Yes, I am working on a sequel. It's a work in progress. Definitely not finished with it yet, but let's just say it's going to be very fun.
Thank you so much, and good luck when you finally take your Spanish final.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
It was great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thank you.
All right, coming up, how do you get to play in the World Cup? We'll see what inspires one of the top players when the mix returns. All right, what's coming up on today? Well, there's a lot happening, especially as you know, we kick it off with our man Steve Harvey with Family Feud at 4, then it's Big Bang Theory at 6, and then it's our CW7 prime time with WWE next, and then the Big Bang Theory again at 9, and then that boy genius Young Sheldon at 9:30. It's all right here on the CW7 Arizona, where we like to say, it's all good. And welcome to the second half of the Arizona Daily Mix. There's still a lot more to come because my coffee is good.
That's right. It is time for our top story of the day.
All right, top story today is food. What more food? That's right, we're talking Applebee has brought back the all-you-can-eat. I'll tell you, Teresa, you got the boys. They're big.
$15.99. This is actually a huge national story because they have not raised their prices. You know, everything's expensive right now, especially gas. But Applebee's is offering you, okay, all you can eat, $15.99. You get 3 choices of protein. You get your double crunch shrimp.
Yes, your boneless wings.
Your riblets.
Your riblets.
Endless fries. But here's the thing. You know, when you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, it's kind of between you and your God how many times you go up there to get more. At Applebee's, you're going to rely on your server to bring you seconds, thirds, and fourths.
All right, and this is the secret, people.
Okay.
Don't go at the prime times. Don't go at lunch and don't go at dinner. Go a little bit before or a little after, but for dinner, I mean, 5 o'clock, 4, you know, somewhere around there, go. And then you can stay until the other people get there and you're going to be full.
Hey, I love a 4:30 p.m. dinner. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
Also, very quickly, they got 2 margarita flavors for summer, too. Sunny Sipper and Belly Floppin' Melon. There you go. So it's all
Who names those?
All right. Hey, that's our top story of the day. If you want more details, head on over to our website, cw7az.com, to get the scoop. Or you can scan the QR code right there on your screen to see more of what is happening around the valley.
Speaking of which, as the summer of soccer draws closer, coaches for the U.S. national team are working to put together the best roster to make a run at the World Cup.
Yeah, and for Pennsylvania native Austin Trusty, making the team for this summer will be an extra sweet thing for him. Jordan Williams shares his story.
If you have an older sibling, I could probably guess you've inherited a hobby or two. But how many people can say that hobbies become their professional career? Austin Trusty may be in the minority. As the youngest of 6 children, it's no surprise Austin Trusty took up the hobbies of his older siblings. His oldest sister would ultimately leave the biggest imprint on the Pennsylvania native. A star soccer player herself, it seems her passion and a little bit of her skill rubbed off on her younger brother.
My oldest sister, Ani, I grew up being, my mom's not going to not take me, so I'm dragged to all her games, so I kind of fell in love watching her play, so I was just kicking the ball around, watching from the sidelines or being the ball boy, so that's kind of my first experience to the game.
That exposure to the game at a young age would grow, soon becoming a hobby, a love, and ultimately a professional career. Fast forward, and Austin is on the verge of representing the United States at a World Cup tournament.
It means the world. It means everything. I fell in love, through my sister, but also watching the South Africa World Cup.
Soccer wasn't the only thing he picked up from his older siblings. Parenting advice has also been shared in the Trusty household. At first, it wasn't guidance Austin was looking for until he welcomed his first child last year.
It's amazing. I think, again, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, so all my siblings, a lot of them have kids, and I'm an uncle, so hearing through them about being a father or being a mother, it kind of goes in one ear out the other until you actually have kids.
And then you're like, wait, what was that?
And then you're like, oh my gosh, it all makes sense now. So yeah, I'm just going through it and experience every emotion and just loving every little bit of it.
Austin's daughter, now almost a year old, and the best piece of advice from his siblings.
Honestly, enjoy every moment because it flies by. It generally flies by. Yeah. Days are long, and I heard the years are short, and that's really the truth.
And what better birthday present could he give his daughter than telling her he's playing in the World Cup? It's a potential memory Austin is dreaming of sharing with his young daughter.
It just makes it even more special, I think even to get the pictures or, make sure that she's involved, or when she gets a certain age, make sure she knows what her dad is doing. It just makes it even more special.
And that would certainly be a World Cup memory. For the Summer of Soccer, I'm Jordan Williams.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Dignity Health.
May is Women's Health Month, a reminder to prioritize screenings and listen to your body. Today, advanced care is helping women live pain-free. Dr. Sheena Galhotra with Dignity Health is here with more on some of the main challenges for women in terms of chronic pelvic pain. I'm so happy you're here because I've been hearing the word endometriosis in the news. It's extremely common, and yet it takes a long time for women to get a diagnosis.
Yeah, endometriosis is very common. About 10% of women have endometriosis, but the problem is there's no simple test to diagnose endometriosis. There's no imaging tool or blood test. It's recognizing the symptom pattern, and often that's really difficult because a lot of women are told that their pain is normal, and so a lot of people don't see specialists until a lot later. It takes about 7 to 10 years before someone gets diagnosed with endometriosis.
That is really stunning. The symptoms I've heard are like painful periods. Are there some unusual symptoms for people to look out for?
Severe pelvic pain is definitely one of them. Pain with periods, pain in between periods, pain with intercourse. Endometriosis is a disease based on inflammation, so a lot of women will have irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea, constipation. Some women also get joint pain or just systemic inflammation symptoms. It's a little bit more rare, but the most common thing is severe pelvic pain.
No wonder it takes so long to diagnose because there's no real test for it. However, it is highly treatable.
It is. So there are a lot of treatments for endometriosis, and it really depends on the person and what their goals are. But there are surgeries, there's oral medication, there's pelvic floor physical therapy. There's a whole range of things that we can do to help get patients back to living their normal lives.
Well, let's talk about fibroids. Very common. A lot of women get fibroids.
So 80% of women have fibroids, which is a big number. Most of them just live with the fibroids and don't need to do anything about them, but a lot of women will have very large fibroids that cause bleeding, cause constipation, cause urinary frequency, sometimes even reflux.
Why would you want to live with that if you can have it removed? And I know you guys do laparoscopic surgery and your fibroid's gone.
Exactly. So back when patients, moms or grandmas had surgery, usually people would have these giant incisions, they'd have to stay in the hospital, long recovery periods. That's just not the case today. Today we have advanced surgical techniques. We have laparoscopy, we have robotics, and so we're able to do the same surgeries with smaller incisions, faster recovery time, and honestly better precision.
If you're having some of these symptoms, bowel pain, pelvic pain, the bowel symptoms you described, and you've gone to your doctor and you've said, this doesn't seem right. There's got to be something wrong, and yet they say, no, this is normal. What should you do?
You should get a second opinion. This is the goal for women's health awareness, right? Advocate for yourself, get a second opinion, see a subspecialist. So minimally invasive gynecologic surgeons are trained to recognize the signs of endometriosis, fibroids, etc. If your pain is affecting your quality of life, if it's affecting your work, your relationships, it's not normal, and you should start that conversation ideally with a specialist.
What's a good place to go to find a specialist such as yourself?
So you can go to Dignity Health's website in advanced gynecology.
Thank you so much, and we'll also put that information on our website, cw7az.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just learned a lot.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Dignity Health.
Coming up, looking for something to throw on the grill for Memorial Day weekend? We've got some inspo. That is coming up next.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Juicy Lucy Incorporated.
Summer grilling season is coming upon us. Who better to give us some tips on grilling than celebrity chef Aldo, founder of Juicy Lucy Burgers. How are you?
Thanks for having me, man. It's great to be here.
Thank you for being here. You brought the energy in.
Thank you.
And that's because there's a little secret to this burger. Don't show yet.
Okay.
Because it's kind of interesting here. But let's talk about the burgers.
Yes.
Because they are pretty much top-notch Angus burgers.
Angus beef burgers. They are stuffed burgers from Minneapolis. These are they're called the Juicy Lucy Burger. They are fantastic. They've been around since the 1950s, and we are restaurant people that decided, you know what, we need to get these into the frozen aisles at grocery stores, and we're at Target. These are fantastic. They're 5.3 ounces each. They're made with Angus beef, like you mentioned, and 27 grams of protein in each one. And you can find these at Targets in the Phoenix area.
I like it. And then the key thing is, of course, cooking them. And that's something that you guys are professional at, because you mentioned you have a place over in LA.
That's right.
That's very famous. You got celebrities that come there. They bring their Oscars and everything. Yeah. Everyone thought it was that one hot dog place. No,
it's not.
Juicy Lucy's Burgers. That's it.
That's right.
There.
Well, we have Juicy Lucy's on the menu at the restaurant called Barney's Beanery. Yeah. So we're pretty excited to bring these to people, because I feel like it's one of those classic dishes. It's like, the burger is number one. Best-selling item probably in the U.S.
Now, this is kind of interesting. Now, we talk about grilling, but you're doing it in a pan, which is even okay too, right?
Options. So, yeah, the beautiful thing about what the burger, you can cook it from frozen, straight out of the freezer. You can use a pan, a skillet, a grill, an air fryer, and we have just figured out how to actually cook them in an oven. So you get home, you got 3 kids, 2 kids, 1, whatever. Get the oven ready, preheat it. Put the burgers in. It's ready in about 15 minutes.
Oh my goodness, looking so good.
Yeah.
Okay, as you mentioned, they are filled, and as we show,
yes.
What are they filled with?
So we have 2 different kinds for you today. One is a classic Juicy Lucy, and we're going to dress that very easily with some a regular spread. So this is like kind of like a Russian dressing, or and then so for this one. Typically in Minneapolis, like the guys who created this, what they do is they do dills, spread, and caramelized onions. Ooh. And so that, it goes right on top like that.
Those Minnesotans.
Oh my God, it's the best thing ever.
Oh yeah.
And so with
get that on there. Get that burger going there, yeah.
And then we grab one of these guys. You can see that.
Oh, the cheese is coming through there.
Which is a good thing. It's got like a little volcano.
Yeah. And, this helps where you don't have to like melt the cheese and everything. It's already right there for you, because that's a big problem everyone has. When to melt the cheese,
100%,
and how to melt the cheese.
But you know what the beautiful thing is too, is I haven't mentioned this. There's 2 slices of cheese in every patty.
Ooh.
So it's cheesy, ooey, gooey.
I love it.
So we did the classic cheese, and then we also have a cheese jalapeno.
Okay.
So that one is also, it's American cheese, and what we did with that one is we just did like some lettuce. We did a chili lime spread with some shredded lettuce and tomato, and just gonna squeeze a little bit of lime on top of that just to give it a little kick. And there you go. You got 2 Juicy Lucy's that are ready to rock and roll.
Open it up. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
There's the cheese inside.
Amazing.
You're gonna try one, right?
I'm gonna try one right now. I'm gonna get one in just a little bit. So.
All right.
We're talking these. Where can we find these?
So these you can find at Targets in the Phoenix area. You can go to juicylucyburgers.com, and there's a locator on there. You can find the nearest Target too.
I love it, and I like you brought in the beer too.
Yeah, we brought some local beers.
I like that. There you go. All right, it is all information on the screen there, or you can head over to the CW7AZ.com.
Thanks, Brad.
So no, thank you. This looks good.
Thank you.
Go ahead
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Juicy Lucy Incorporated.
Coming up, see how Autism Academy teaches skills that go way beyond the classroom and into the workforce. That's coming up next.
The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Autism Academy for Education and Development by Fielding Management Group.
The Autism Academy for Education and Development has a mission to help tackle a deeply concerning unemployment rate among adults with autism. Here with more, Autism Academy founder Laura Newcomb. Welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think employers are hesitant about in terms of hiring adults with autism?
I think a couple of reasons. I think number one, they're hesitant because there's a lack of awareness, and sometimes they might need a little bit more assistance in the beginning in acclimating to a job, and so because they're not sure how to do that, they are hesitant to hire them. Also, I think there could be a preconceived notion about a student with autism, so in their mind they think something, and they think, well, they can't. But when you've met one student with autism, you've met one student with autism. So they're so diverse among the different ones, and so while one student might be very able to do a job, they're picturing a different student that maybe couldn't. So,
well, on the flip side, I want to talk about some of the skill sets that autistic adults do bring to the table, because in many cases they have unique skill sets that can really benefit a business.
Yes, they're amazing. If you need somebody to pay attention to detail on the job, you want them. If you want them to, do a task and from beginning to end, they are your person to have on board. So yes.
Your academy does something really special, which is there is practical experience. You actually have 2 businesses. Tell me about those.
So we have 2 businesses that we have really targeted to employ the students, and they came about because of that. We went out to the community trying to partner with businesses, and again, we had some hesitation, so I said we'll just open our own businesses. So we opened Crave Protein Cafe, and it's worked out great. So our students at the schools, they begin the training there. We have what's called a Cozy Cafe on campus. So they begin working there. Once they master the skills there, then they graduate to go to the Crave Protein Cafe, and that's where they're serving the public, and they're waiting on them, and they're actually doing the actual job. And so they go with a job coach at first, and the job coach sets up the environment so that they can be very successful, and then we gradually wean that away, and then they're working independently.
And you have a second business.
And I have a second business, the Olive Branch Boutique. And that one is more of a warehouse job. And so what they do there is they will go and they're learning receiving, shipping, processing inventory, getting inventory out to the stores, and then also if they want, they can go to the store and learn the customer service part of it too.
This practical education element seems so important.
It is. Yeah, it's very important for them to have that, because we can do everything in the school environment and a controlled environment, but until we actually get them out on the job itself, it's hard. We're teaching them how to transfer the skills. That's the most important thing.
Six campuses, right? As well as the 2 businesses where you can work on the skills you've transferred. Plus there's an online learning option. How did you get into this business?
Well, it started, I was a special ed director, and I was contracting special ed services to charter schools. And in the charter schools, they don't always have the servicing that they need for the programs. And so we were out looking for programs to put a couple students in, and one in particular. And we had them in a private placement. And when I went to visit that, I wasn't happy with what I saw there. And so I said, I'm just going to start my own program. And so I did. The next year I opened a small school in Gilbert with 24 kids and 4 teachers, and it just continued to grow.
Well, you have 6 locations plus an online learning option. If people want to get more information to become a student, or if there's a business that's interested in hiring one of your students, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
The best way is to go to fieldingmanagementgroup.com. That has all the links to all of our businesses, or Autism Academy for Development, Education Development, AAD.org, either one of those. But yeah, Fielding Management will have all the businesses.
Thank you so much. And we're also going to put all of that information on our website, cw7az.com. Thank you so much. Autism Academy founder Laura Newcomb. It was such a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Thank you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Autism Academy for Education and Development by Fielding Management Group.
Backed by popular demand, we're playing our version of Family Feud at Gila River Resorts and Casinos Wild Horse Pass. Last year, we had such a blast. We filled the showroom with fans and friends of Family Feud, so we just have to do it again. We gave away prizes, met great people, and when it was over, we couldn't wait to do it again. So we're inviting you to register your team, friends, family, whoever you wish to play with you or don't want to play with you, bring them in. Set up your team of 5 players for your shot at $5,000. Scan that QR code on your screen or visit our website for your chance to be a part of the fun.
Welcome back to the Daily Mix. Well, they may look a little quirky.
Are you talking about? Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're talking about anteaters, and they're full of surprises. Lexi's at the zoo with the story.
Mr. Beaker here is the Phoenix Zoo's resident giant anteater. And Joaquin here, can you tell me a little bit about an anteater?
So, they eat ants. No, I'm just kidding. They actually eat a lot more than ants. They're insectivores. One of their primary diets is actually termites, but termite eater doesn't exactly sound as cool. It doesn't roll off the tongue as much, right? But Beaker here, he's been a resident at the zoo for a while, but many folks may not have seen him recently because he's been in an off-site holding area, like off the main trails. But ever since we built our new jaguar habitat, we now have a vacant habitat where a big boy Beaker could come back out and make his triumphant return.
That's so exciting that he gets to have a new home. He's paying rent though, right?
He is paying rent. I'm not sure who's getting paid though. Keepers haven't seemed to have gotten any money from him unless his fecal matter is his money, but
that's one way to pay. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about some fun facts about an anteater? Because not everyone, I mean, we know they have a long tongue, they don't necessarily just eat ants as people would assume, but can you tell me a little bit more?
So if you take a close look at his feet right there, he's got some pretty nasty looking claws. Now he's not using those to hunt down prey like deer or anything big, but he's using those to dig out those termites from the termite mounds that he loves to eat so much. He'll claw right in there and break them right out. They're extremely sharp, and you'll notice he even walks in a really funny manner to keep those claws nice and sharp and away from him, and he's very boopable too.
He is so precious. And so this new enclosure that he has, what is an ideal enclosure for an anteater? What are you looking for?
So these guys require a lot of humidity. So he actually has humidifiers inside when it gets too dry out here. But he also enjoys his water. Believe it or not, these guys can swim, and he likes to wallow in his pool all the time. And unfortunately also poop in that pool, which makes it really difficult to clean. And he's a big sucker for all things guac here and avocado. He is a fan, as you can see.
And so what is in this blue cup right here?
So that is his insectivore diet. Now we're not giving him just termites like as a whole thing. That is something that is made specifically for animals that do eat insects to give them all the nutrients they need to grow big and strong like Mr. Beaker here.
And if people want to come and visit him, where is he located in the zoo?
He is in our tropics trail across from our one-horned rhinos. And if you remember where we used to have jaguar out here, this is where he's at, in the old jaguar habitat.
And if someone wants to come and visit the zoo as a whole and buy a ticket, where can they go?
PhoenixZoo.org.
And if you want more information, you can always go to the cw7az.com. And then we're gonna go ahead and feed Mr. Beaker here
go ahead and just get some
avocado.
Yeah, get some of that.
Okay,
he's
gonna eat it. Here he goes.
Slurp away. You can keep it kind of far from him to see that long gun.
Oh my goodness, it feels so weird. He's like, I know there's more.
He's like, I want what's in the cup. Whoa.
That's what we were looking for in there.
Who doesn't love summer?
Exactly,
The following
right?
portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by the International Code Council.
Chances are you don't think about what goes into keeping your home and workplace safe.
But behind the scenes, building codes and safety professionals are working every day to protect the places that we rely on, especially when it comes to disaster preparedness and making spaces accessible for everyone.
Construction crews across the country are building stronger, safer homes and businesses guided by codes created by the International Code Council, or ICC. May is Building Safety Month, now in its 46th year, highlighting the impact of the ICC and the building codes and professionals behind them. CEO John Belsick says this year's theme, Built to Last, kicks off with simple ways you can get involved.
Building safety starts at home because that's where people spend most of their time. We often see that small issues like overloaded outlets, loose handrails, or blocked exits can turn into serious risks if they're not addressed. Building codes are a commitment to community safety. Many home dangers are preventable. Understanding common household hazards and prioritizing regular maintenance can protect families and their neighbors.
The ICC also highlights the professionals who help put those building codes into practice.
There's a whole network of professionals working behind the scenes, including inspectors, permit technicians, engineers, and code officials, and others. They make sure buildings are safe long before anyone walks through the door. These professionals identify potential risks early and ensure structures meet building codes to protect people every single day.
Another major focus this year is resilience, especially as communities face more severe weather and natural disasters. The ICC says modern codes can help support faster recovery after disaster strikes.
They're designed to reduce damage, protect the people inside, and help communities recover quicker after disasters like hurricanes or wildfires. Investing in modern building codes up front can make a huge difference.
Another important element, designing spaces for everyone to utilize and enjoy.
Communities Without Limits means designing buildings and public spaces that are usable, intuitive, and welcoming for people of all ages and abilities.
The ICC encourages you to get involved and has shareable resources on buildingsafetymonth.org. You can submit proclamations, join local community gatherings, reach out to local representatives to advocate for the latest codes, and more.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by the International Code Council. CW7 Arizona invites you to be our guest. Get 50% off on some of the best must-try food and drink establishments in the area. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and get ready to save.
That is our show. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us this morning. Tomorrow on the show, as we wrap up the school year, many kids need to start thinking about college. We'll tell you about a free program to help.
I like it. And we'll talk about a new summer camp to keep the kids active this summer.
Plus, get to know our local women's pro soccer team. Their season is about to start back up.
I like it. And for more information, what we talked about during the show, please head on over to the CW7AZ.com.
Have a great Tuesday, and we will be back here tomorrow.
Stay cool.
Bye.
Content segments on the Arizona Daily Mix were paid for by Optimal Body, International Council Code, Dignity Health, Juicy Lucy Incorporated, and Fielding Management Code, Autism Academy for Education and Development.